Hey everyone! I think every video should start with a sunset. Actually, it doesn't look as red as it is. Does that help? Yeah, there it is. There it is. There's the California sunset here in Oakland, California. Oh, I just moved and it changed. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful sunset here in Oakland, California on the day of a quite tragedy. I don't know if you've all heard of um, the fire. There's the moon in Oakland, which is quite tragic. I thought I'd definitely go out to them. Um, I don't know what the count is right now, the body count, but they were estimating upwards of 20 people dying in this fire. It's awful. So, but I'm here in Oakland, and hi everybody, Colleen Patrick-Goudreau here. I am here amongst the ladybugs. This is ladybug season. This is when the ladybugs come to this part of our house and they hibernate. So I have, oh my God, we have a lot of ladybugs. I'm going to have to escort some of them out tomorrow when it's nice and warm. But they hibernate and yeah, they find the warmest wall and they just hibernate. And so, yeah. Anyway, a couple announcements I want to make. I am really excited to tell you a couple things and I want to take your questions. But number one is the Thailand trip is live. So if you are interested in going to Thailand with moi, that's me in French, I would encourage you to go to CPG, that's me, that's moi, cpgtrips.com, and you can check out the itinerary for our October 2017 vegan trip to Thailand. And we have a pretty amazing itinerary. We're going to be splashing around with rescued elephants at an elephant sanctuary. We're going to be eating amazing food, hanging out with really fantastic people. We're going to be we're going to be in the countryside, we're going to be at the beach, we're going to be in the city. We have a pretty awesome itinerary plan. So go check it out, and we are half full. So it's now public, and I would really encourage everybody to go check it out and join us if you can. Number two, of course, Colleen Patrick-Goudreau, vegan author and educator. So go to ColleenPatrick-Goudreau.com, join the mailing list, get your free Joyful Vegan Starter Guide. I bet any questions you have, I've answered in one of my books or in one of my podcast episodes or in the Joyful Vegan Starter Guide. Number three, let me first get your questions, see if you guys are there. I see some hearts, I see some people, I see some peeps. And if you have any questions, I'd love to hear them. We're going to do this as a quick fire because we've got a party to go to and I have to make some dinner before we go. We just got back from a run, but I showered because you believe me, do not want to see me after or during or before my run. So I cleaned up for you. So if you have any questions, of course, I would love to hear them. Charlie's on his way. How's everybody doing over there on this lovely Saturday evening? You guys are awfully quiet. You're quiet. I don't see anything. Oh, there you are. Hello, Angela. No questions, just a hello and some love. That's lovely. I love that. Can I give you a thumb? I can give you a thumbs up. That's pretty cool. Charlie has just joined us. Well, I'll tell you more. I also just put recently the animology artwork that we're working on right now. My graphic designer is working on right now. And you can go tell me what you think. We have pretty much voted on the blue one, and we're going to make some tweaks to it. But I'd love your thoughts, and I'd love if you have any other thoughts related to it. Hi, everybody. Where are y'all writing from? I'd love to know where y'all are from. So put in your city and state and country, wherever you are. What's my favorite quote? Have a great party. Thanks, Phoebe. My favorite quote, oh my God, that's really hard. I'll tell you, one of the things I think about a lot is from the Tao Te Ching. I've talked about the Tao Te Ching a lot and its influence on my thinking. And one of my favorite bits, because they're just all these little aphorisms, just perfect little poignant rules to live by. And one of them is stop thinking and end your problems. And I love that because so many of our problems are in our head. Stop thinking and end your problems is one of my favorite thoughts. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Near Boulder, Colorado. Hello, Amy Katz. Hello, Heather. There you go. I gave you one, Phoebe. Nashville, Tennessee. Where are you from, Phoebe? From Australia. Melissa, where are you? Australia's a big country. Where are you in Australia? Carlsbad. We have, is it Dunedin? That sounds like Dunedain. That sounds like, it sounds like Lord of the Rings. Oh, you're in Dunedin, New Zealand. That sounds like Dunedain, doesn't it? Oh, I bet the Arizona sunset is beautiful. I bet it's beautiful. Montreal. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. If you actually want to see some quotes that I've actually created, you can go to my website because I have a whole inspirational quotes section at the bottom of the homepage. There, I was doing these daily dose of compassion quotes every day, and I'm still doing them, but they're not daily, and you can see them all. I know that a lot of people really resonate with one of my quotes, which is don't do nothing because you can't do everything. Do something, anything. So that's one of the ones that you will find down there. You're in South Australia, Beverly. Welcome. And we have Melissa who's in Western Australia in Albany. Yeah, I don't know where that is. But thanks for letting me know. Hello, everybody. I love when you tell me where you're from. It's very special. Okay, so the other announcement I wanted to make, so we've got the Thailand trip is public, so go to cpgtrips.com to check out the trip. Hey, Isaac, good to see you. You can, hey, no fighting, only love. What's up with that? Charlie. Charlie. Oh, Charlie's getting beaten up. Oh, he's just too cute. Or you can go to ColleenPatrick-Goudreau.com and go to the events page. I did a series in my podcast, in the Food for Thought podcast. It said like, done need done. Okay, done need done. Okay. Is it done or dune? Why am I awesome? I didn't even do anything. Beverly, thank you. Thank you. So in my podcast, I did a whole series called The 10 Stages of What Happens When You Stop Eating Animals. And I talk about this process of becoming awake and how we go through not linear stages, but certainly this process. We go through the process of becoming completely consumed with information. We want validation that what we've heard is true. We go through the guilt and remorse stage. We go through the coming out stage. We go through the anger stage. We go through the need for community stage. And I talk about all of this in the podcast. People have been asking me for them in written form, and certainly my supporters of the $10 a month and above, they get all of the transcripts, and I just sent them the ebook. But now it is an ebook, and it's also, you can buy the individual podcast transcript for each episode. So if you go to ColleenPatrick-Goudreau.com and under podcast, you see podcast transcripts, you can look at each one. And I'm going to have these for all the animology podcasts as well. So that's the next thing. And then under books, it's an ebook called From Consumption to Compassion. No, from consumption to consumption. Yeah, from compassion to consumption. Should really know the title. So go check that out. That was the next announcement. What did your nephew say, Isaac? I got it, Phoebe. That's right. Done. Did I say it right? Awesome. New Zealand is on our list. That is definitely on our list. We will get there very soon, very shortly after Africa, which is this year, and Thailand next year with hopefully 20 of you, and we might be skipping through the hills of the Highlands in Scotland next year in the summer. We might do a walk, like basically a trek through the Highlands in Scotland, where you basically just walk for miles and miles and miles all day, and then a van just takes your crap and brings it to the little town that you wind up in, and then you eat and drink and sleep, and then the next day you walk 10 miles, whatever it is, and just walking through the Highlands and just stopping through all these little towns in the Highlands. So pretty excited about it. Oh, Tanya, would love to meet you as well. Well, of course. So for anybody who's in South Africa, I'll be in South Africa. We're having an event in Cape Town. So if you are there, I will be there in January 2017, coming up next month. And we're going to have a meet and greet. And again, that's also at ColleenPatrick-Goudreau.com. And Isaac, I'm waiting for you to tell me what your nephew said, because we're waiting with bated breath. So yeah. So things are good, working really hard, getting this podcast all ready to go. I've got a bunch recorded and produced and sitting ready to be sent out to the world. So I cannot wait to share it with you. Not Scotland, Melissa. That's going to be just a few of us. That would be quite the journey to travel with 20 other people, like walking every day. I guess you could. I mean, we could obviously, but that one we were going to just do on our own with some friends, and that was just going to be low key because Africa's such a big trip, and I was going to show it to you. I'll show it to you next time, but I got this cool, have you seen this cool scarf thing that you get for planes? I mean, you don't have to just wear it on a plane, but basically it's kind of like this, it's a soft material. It's like some kind of, what do you call it? Fleecy kind of material, non-animal fleece. And you basically, it's a scarf and then you wrap it around and one part of the scarf is very rigid and you can just rest your head. Because, you know, you bring those other kinds of pillows and you still can't like get comfortable. The pillow's still like just here. So you can't actually rest your head anywhere. And we're going to be on a lot of planes for a long time going to Africa, especially coming back from Dubai. We're going to be on the plane for like, I think 16 or 17 hours. So you have the scarf and you just rest your head and that way you can sleep more easily because I don't sleep on planes. Isaac says we were watching a show about sharks. The guy on TV was like, why are sharks attacking people? My nephew yells at the TV and says, all the people are attacking the sharks. Oh, it's so perceptive and sensitive of him. Did you like applaud him and tell him he's awesome? I'm sure you did. That's awesome. I love that. I'm gonna cry. You have that, Sharon. What is it called? Oh, the turtle pillow. Right. Is that what it's called? Yeah. I don't remember. I just, a friend recommended it. I bought it and he sent me the link. I bought it and I got it today and I tried it on and it's great. Can you pull it up over your head as well? What do you mean? I can get it for you, but then I'd have to leave and there's going to be a big empty space here. Do you want me to go get it? Tell me if you want me to go get it. I'll go get it and I'll put it on and I'll show you if you want. The scarf bit. Not really, no, because it's got this really rigid part. I'm putting it on my left side because that's obviously how I would sleep, but I guess it could be your right side too. I will get it though. I'll do it next time. But you wouldn't be able to just like put it over your head. It's really something because it has Velcro, so it actually attaches and you tighten it. So you wrap it around and then you tighten it. And I could get it if you want me to, and show you. But that's the idea. But I am so excited because I don't sleep on planes. Okay, you guys want me to get it? Okay. Do you want me to get it? All right. You guys all talk to each other, okay? Tell each other your favorite food. Tell everybody your favorite food, and I will go get it. I'll get my turtle, and I'll be back, okay? Tell everybody, each other, everybody, say your favorite food. I'll get it, and I'll show you. Okay, hold on. Okay. Raza's in the house. Okay, I'll show you guys. Okay, good. You guys are telling each other your favorite food. Zucchini bread is in the house. Tacos with tofu chicken and green chili. You're going to make me all hungry. You just made Colleen's, my cinnamon coffee cake. Oh, that's good. Tiana, that cinnamon coffee cake is really good. I love it. I love it. Okay, you're making me hungry. So this is it. Hey, Riza. So it's a scarf, and it's got this little Velcro bit to it. It's not really Velcro. It's kind of, it's rougher than that. It's not really Velcro. And then here's the bit you put against your head, okay? You're going to try raw vegan in January. Okay, good luck with that. And basically, you take it, you put it kind of where you want it to rest, right? So let's say I want it to rest here. It's like sticking to my shirt. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. So then you take this bit and you just wrap it around, and then you attach it. Okay, messing up my hair. Okay, so then you just tighten it there, and now you've got the scarf, and you can just go like that. That's what it is. That's it. So that way, I think it could be lower, wait. So that's the idea, and so, yeah, and you can tighten this more or whatever, you can put it on either side. And then you can just go like that, and you can sleep, and you can rest, and you have a place to put your head. People who are just joining us are probably like, what is she doing? So that's the idea. You can put it anywhere. You can put it like behind your head. You can put it, I mean, I do feel a little like the Brady Bunch episode. I feel like I have a neck brace on, but how awesome is that? And it's rigid because it's hitting my shoulder, so it's a perfect, I'm gonna go sleep. So that's it. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and you can, I guess, I mean, you can put it anywhere that's comfortable. I guess you can kind of put it like there. You can put your head there, so it'll stop your head. That's the idea. So I guess it's called the Turtle. I have to go see exactly which one this was, but I will put this in my Amazon store because I love it already. Oh, you're right, it is. It's the Turtle, like TRTL. You're so smart. You're so smart. Yeah, here it is. That's it. Pretty cool, huh? All right, you guys had no questions. I just had announcements. Go to ColleenPatrick-Goudreau.com, get your Joyful Vegan Starter Guide, go check out the Thailand trip, go check out the transcripts I made just for you. You know how many hours I labored to do that? I did it all myself, doing all those transcripts. So you can get all the individual transcripts. You can also get the ebook of the 10 stages of what happens when you stop eating animals. And that's that. Mark, cool travel pillow. Can you talk about how veganism is an effective way to counter the right wing? No. No, I don't know that it can wield that kind of power. Maybe that's a longer conversation for another time, Mark. I do think compassion can go a long way, and for me, being vegan is about being compassionate. I'm vegan because I want to manifest my compassion. I always say that, I am vegan is just a succinct way of saying that I removed the compassion, the barriers to the compassion that had always been inside of me. So, so being vegan is just means I'm manifesting my compassion. So I think compassion has the power to change a lot. I don't know if it's going to specifically change the right wing, but I think compassion can go a long way in healing rifts. I think compassion can go a long way in guiding politics. I think compassion could go a long way in guiding policy. I think compassion can go a long way in guiding, bringing people together and helping people communicate. So if that's what our goal is, and I think it should be, I think it needs to be not these identity groups and these, political divides. I think it needs to be we're all, whatever this broad category is, people, humans, earthlings. So that's what I think veganism can do, in the sense that veganism is really just a means to manifesting our unconditional compassion. And that's what I have to say about that. So thanks for asking. I guess I did have an answer. I usually do. I just have to dig a little for it. Riza said, check out CPG Trips. Thank you for putting that on there, Riza. Thank you for all your hearts. I think that resonated with you guys. I love it. That's what vegan is. Vegan is a means to an end. It is not an end in itself. So if vegan is a means to compassion, then go vegan. Then go vegan. Like, yay, vegan. How you doing, honey? Okay. I'm going to make dinner soon. Okay. My husband fell down the steps. He hurt his back. Thanks, Mark. Thank you. And thanks for asking. Beverly says, I've ordered a lot of vegan sweet treats for Christmas. Everyone coming is going to have to eat them. I love it. That's what you do. I love it. If it tastes good, they will eat it. That's the bottom line. And Fernanda says, I was confronted by someone once about my wedding ring. Guy said diamond industry was terrible too. And I said that I care more about animals than people. What would you answer to that? You said that you care more about animals than people, or he said you care more about animals than people? Yeah, it was actually a negligence. The people who put up our iron rails 2 years ago in our house did not install them properly and did not put them in the studs. So he was falling down the steps. Hi, honey. Did the heating pad help?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go shower.
Okay. Okay. Love you. Okay. So he was slipping down the steps and he grabbed the rail and the rail pulled out of the wall because it wasn't installed in the studs and he fell harder. So keep your fingers crossed. It's been 2 weeks and his back still hurts. Annie, hello, love you too. And so you said he said that, Fernanda, so what would you say? I mean, you know, that's an example of people wanting to create some kind of divide. I would have said to him, I'm sorry, when do we have to pick? Like, when did we have to pick? Like, you know, when I had information, I mean, before I had information about what the animals go through, I was eating them. Before I had information about the diamond industry, I was supporting it. Now that I have more information, I make different decisions. It's not one or the other. Who said we have to choose? That's what I don't understand about those silly questions, people. That's what I would say to him, that we don't have to choose, that we can, that I'm sorry that some people think our hearts are so small that we can only hold just, you know, there's only room for just one thing. Like, we can care about a lot of things at the same time. We don't have to pick. Soon to be fiance's family Thanksgiving featuring Central Turkey without quiet tears. Okay, Annie, hold on. Let me get back to you. Mark says it's a comparison of two forms of cruelty. The diamond industry is nasty to its impoverished workers. It's hard to say if something is more cruel than something else. Both are cruel. Both are wrong. Exactly. Like, I oppose both. Like, okay, done. Now, what are you having for breakfast? Like, can we just move on? Like, it's like, that's absolutely a ridiculous false dichotomy. So Annie says, sorry. Okay. Any tips for attending my partner's family Thanksgiving? Right. Featuring Central Turkey without tearing up. I know what you're saying. Exactly, Riza. Okay, you guys got it. Well, I've talked about this. I mean, you can go see some other Facebook lives I've done about this. We had some conversations. Really, was it on Thanksgiving Day? I think I offer some tips. So you know, what I always say is, you know, being upfront, being honest, being authentic, and I'm going to be really honest. What's the worst thing about tearing up? You know, I think going into these situations where we're going in to be, you know, to act from our highest selves, right? To be the most compassionate, the most kind to the people around us, even though they might be supporting something that we know has a lot of violence behind it that they might not be aware of, not to the extent that we know, right? And that's another story. And I talk a lot about that in the introduction to the 10 stages, right? From compassion to consumption, what that looks like to have been so innately compassionate. And then all of the messages we get from our families, from culture, from society, from people around us, that we should stay asleep, that we should not awaken to our compassion, right? It becomes dulled. And that's all that's happening around the families who are, you know, or anybody who's consuming animals. You're just not aware of what's going on. So going into that situation with compassion, and then also being your authentic self, being, taking care of ourselves and also being gracious. Like, we can do both. We don't have to go in being like, you're all awful, you're all terrible. I'm going to sit over here because I don't want to sit with you because I know better and I'm not going to support cruelty. Like, that's not going to go over well, right? But we go in kind of blessing everybody silently, and then we get there, we do our best, we be gracious. But if someone says something like, oh, hey, like, this turkey is amazing, you sure you don't want some? We can say that's, we can be really authentic in our response to that. Like, we don't have to take it. But we also, we have to walk the line, I think. So I guess what I would say to you is, if the worst thing in the world is that you tear up, if your heart hurts and the tears come, then, right? I mean, that's authentic. So don't try to hide that. Be who you are and feel what you feel. That's what I think. We're having a love fest here between Riza and Ishite. What? I don't know Ishite. Is there someone here named Ishite? Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for your hearts. Thank you. I love it. I love your little hearts. It's like when I used to do Periscope and the hearts were just addictive. Your hearts mean a lot. They do. So I hope that helps. And you're welcome, Annie. You're welcome. Just be true to your heart. So I am going to go be true to my stomach because I just ran 4.5 miles. My husband tried, but he couldn't run because of his freaking back, because of this freaking fall. Not happy at all about it. So he tried running. He's been able to run since the fall, but today he just had a really hard time. So he came home and he put a little heating pad on, and now he's showering. And we are going to, Riza. And we're going to our friend's annual Christmas party. Our friends have a pretty big blowout every year, and we usually get home pretty late. I think last year we got home at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're not going to do that this year, but we should fill our bellies for the occasion, just in case. And David plays. It's a big music fest as well. And Mark's got some lovely advice as well. Well, yeah, that's an option as well. So you guys can continue that conversation. I really encourage you to do so. Go over to ColleenPatrick-Goudreau.com. Take advantage of the things I'm building for you and creating for you, because when you ask me for something, I actually go and do it. So you've been asking for the transcripts to the podcast. Go check out podcast transcripts under podcast at ColleenPatrick-Goudreau.com. Enjoy them and go check out the Thailand trip. So have a wonderful Saturday night, everybody. Thanks for joining me on Saturday night. It means a lot to me. Michiko was here, but she is no longer, so I'm just going to have to end without the cats. I could end with the ladybugs, but it kind of gets kind of gross when you see how many ladybugs there are here. Okay, I'm going to go. Bye, everybody. Good night. Thanks for... You're so sweet with your hearts. You're so sweet. All I have to tell you is that I love the hearts, and then you send me hearts. Thank you.